Yes.
Let's try to engage Marindoti, Dr. Marindoti once more. If you look at the submissions by Sama Mashe, reading out the achievements of this administration, of course, some of which you agreed with, and you saw the challenges we had at the time, seeing Nigeria as a sinking ship, that the subsidy had to be removed, and this is now being tripled to the state government. Is it that the federal government has not done enough to make sure that the grassroots feel the impact of the revamping or the revitalizing of the economy of the country, or is it the subnationals that are not doing their job, especially when you juxtapose this with the Nigerian Senate, which has now approved the 4 key tax reform bills aiming to overhaul the tax system and improve revenue generation? Don't you see that this is going to help the health of the economy and public service delivery?
You're very right, Ibrahim. Everything, I don't begrudge an ounce of what Uncle Sam said, and everything that the president is doing, I agree with. But as a doctor, if I want to carry out a surgery on you, I can't be telling you I want to do jejunal anastomosis. You don't want to know that. So that is the point of view of where the doctor comes in and says, okay, let me just anesthetize you. Let me put you to sleep while I do what I want to do. So all these things that are happening are very right. And Uncle Sam was very right. Even I was a racketeer, and I'll tell you how I racketed. If I wanted to buy a ticket from United States to Nigeria, and the ticket was going to cost me $1,000, I wouldn't pay with my dollar. I would send $650 to my aboki. He would send it to my cousin. He will buy that same ticket for me, and I will still tell him to keep the remaining change on top of it. So these things are very right. But like Uncle Sam also alluded to, when it comes to hunger, Yoruba people have that saying that is an hungry stomach cannot stomach another conversation. It is, if we fix this hunger, we know that to build anything takes time. Like I would always say, when it comes to between talent and hard work, investment is the most important thing to success. So when you can be as talented as Lionel Messi and as hardworking as Cristiano Ronaldo, but if you don't have someone to build a football pitch for you, buy you ball, you are never going to be a superstar. You might even be a beggar on the streets. And so when these state governors now have the money that is now accruing to them because we have stopped hemorrhaging money in the hands of our rich businessmen, they are now investing, but that investment will take time to grow. It might take even about a generation, but we have to stay at it. My only fear and worry is that the populism and the despair that the people feel will make them choose the alternative, which is going to be bad for the eventual future of the country. That is why I have been talking about this thing since 5 days after the president got inaugurated, that we need to end protectionism on food. We cannot be starving ourselves to our food production or to our salvation. It will not work. And if Nigerians can just eat, and Uncle Sam, you are very right, the price of rice came down after the president announced in August, shortly before the hunger strike, that he was going to allow the importation of grains. But in my own opinion, there were 2 poison pills that were put in there. That was the fact that it was restricted to just 6 months, and it was given, and the access was for only people who have invested in rice mills. So Bua told us last week that he has imported enough rice for Nigeria to eat up until December. But the Iya Ramota and Mama Chinedu that sells rice by Jerica and Congo cannot travel to Cotonou and buy 45,000 naira bag of rice, which was what was being sold for last year, and come and sell it to their customers for cheap. Sir, let me tell everybody in the studio, like, if you do this math, according to last year, Nigeria consumed 7.2 million metric tons of rice, which will equate about 600,000 metric tons per month. This is equal to about 12 million bags of rice. Had Nigerians been buying those bags for 45,000 naira as opposed to the 90 to 120,000 that they were buying it last year, within 2 months, actually when I calculated it was 2 months, 6.6 days, Nigerians would have saved $800 million, which is equal to the amount of money that the president has gone to borrow from IMF to give direct transfer to poor families, and they've not even gotten 30% out of it. So there are very smart things. The fact that we are removing punishment, punitive, restrictive import duty on rice, flour, sugar, everything that Nigerians need to survive. That does not mean we stop investing in our farmers' ability to produce. We will be giving them the subsidies on their diesel. We can give them subsidies on their grains, on everything that they need, and even give them tax relief and all those things, so that they can keep growing and they can be competitive with those imported food. Because if you look at it, the value of naira is now very low, right? So that means even the importation is going to be very expensive. So we have already protected our farmers by the devaluation. So we should allow Nigerians get the best price. We have ended the extortion of the Nigerian Commonwealth. We need to end the exploitation of the Nigerian markets.
All right.
Let everybody compete.
Dr. Marindoti.